This is Agroland by Agrocaipira. It's 234.65 megabytes to download. The description is a little bit long. I will just grab a couple of snippets from it. So it says Agroland is a map with soft relief, small properties and preserved vegetation typical of the Brazilian countryside. It's based on the region of Mato Grosso do Sul in Brazil. 60 purchasable fields, 38 which have missions on. You will start a new farmer mode, a small part of the farm with medium-sized machinery and implements. There's also a cow pasture and free-range chickens. There is a quarry on the map where you can buy the land and transform your stones into limestone. And then it just says about different sell stations, but obviously we'll check those out. Down the bottom it does say culture added pinto beans, so we've got a new crop type, and it says the seasonal growth plan is customized and has a second season for corn and pinto beans, which is pretty cool. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all three modes, and this is the map, guys. So quite a nice map, this obviously Brazilian map, really nice colours and lighting and things like that, and I love all the sort of red dirt and gravel textures that we get on some of these Brazilian maps, and that is the case on here. We've got some nice colourful trees you'll see as we go round. But this is the map. I am in new farmer mode. We are down here just outside our main farm. So in new farmer mode, we've got two plots of land. We've got plot 1, plot 2. They are both separate to buy. Plot 1 is just over 285 grand and 2 is just over 234 grand. So we get a field in each one, and we also get a strip of sugarcane as well in each plot, which is pretty cool. On the main farm, we've got a farmhouse, a silo, chicken pasture and a cow pasture, which we'll check out in a second. Most of our equipment is down here, but I will point out some other things as well as we go. There's going to be a couple of places I need to buy as well for other animal pastures to show up, which we'll do in a second as well. And I think what we'll do, because your pickup is actually here up at the store, it's going to be quicker if we go round in the pickup, because there is a fair bit of driving between certain points here and there. So I'll add in a bit of money, I'll drive the pickup down here, and we will start from the main farm because I think that's a good starting point, and we'll do like a loop round like that. We also do have our truck and trailers up here, but that is another sort of farm, so you'll see all that in a second and definitely see it when we go round. Now we'll show you field prices actually. So there's a little bit of forestry, very neatly lined up trees here, which we'll see again later. I think there's some more down here. You can't really see them on the map, but there is some down there as well. But you can basically buy most of the map. The outside of the map and this bit in the middle we cannot buy or click on, but you can buy all the areas where there is productions and sell points like so, and all the fields. Now I think the most expensive plot is 7 at just over 407,000 pounds, euros or dollars, and I think 20 is the cheapest at 21,808. This is probably the biggest field in terms of land, like field wise, 398 grand on the nose. So there you go. That forestry area, 74 grand. So it does vary, you're getting different things, etc. And we will obviously see the extra animal pastures as we go round. There's a couple of things to note as well if you're coming on Farm Manager and start from scratch, which I'll go through in a second. If we scroll up, there is no collectibles. We don't start off with any productions, and there is contracts on some of the other fields. We do have some chickens. We have 119 chickens in one rooster. It is showing the cow barn there as well, but we don't have any cows in there. And then moving up, we've got our vehicles. Now in the prices menu, if we scroll all the way down, like it says in the description, we do have pinto beans, which is awesome. So we'll go through that as well as we go through the map. And then we do have the custom crop calendar. So as it says as well in the description, do have extra planting and harvesting windows for corn, which is pretty good, and then down the bottom also for pinto beans. So it looks like you can plant and then harvest and almost, well, no, actually, forget I said that. Talking gibberish. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Custom crop calendar. And that is that, I believe. Mods, there is only 2 that I could find, so there's no required mods for the actual map, but under farmhouses we do have these 2 farmhouses which are specific for the map, and also the only other one was in factories, and it's this lime production point, which you'll see again in a minute as well. So it's just like the debris crusher base game one, but you can buy it as a production, chuck your stones in there, get some lime out, which is nice. That is it. We'll go through slot counts and all our equipment as well. I'll have a walk and run around the farm first to show you, and then I'll do all the moving the pickup and adding in the money, etc. So the slot count in new farmer mode is 1415, and we start off with this equipment. We've got a small tractor, which is a New Holland T6. We've got a medium tractor, a New Holland T7. We've got that Max Superliner truck, which is where I showed you. We've got a New Holland harvester, Lizard pickup, which is up at the store. We've got quite a few trailers. We've got 2 Low Kings, they will hook up to each other. A Brantner and a Welga. Now if you look at the symbols down the bottom, scrolling across, in between the road salt symbol and the lime, we've got the pinto beans, so your trailers will hold them, which is ideal. That's what we need. Headers, if you look at the header, we can harvest the pinto beans as normal with a normal header, so that's good. Got a couple of forage harvester headers as well, so you can also, by the look of it, with this red header, forage your pinto beans. It's showing the symbol there. Not tested it. We do have a seeder, and again, bottom right with the symbols, we can use a seeder to put our pinto beans in the ground. I'll check the planters in a second. I didn't do that. We've got a sprayer, a side mower, a tedder, a windrower, a baler, front loader with pallet fork attachment, trailer for your header, and a couple of weights, and that is it. So if I scroll up, let's just quickly check planters. Yes, you can also use planters, look, to put your pinto beans in, so that's good. Seeders or planters. Nice. Right, farm manager and start from scratch slot counts is 1146. You only start off with the pickup, which again is still up at the store. You don't start off with any land. Now on here, if you come on here in those 2 modes, all these buildings are not here. The chicken pasture isn't here, the cow pasture is there, but a lot of the sheds and things aren't, and that goes for some of the other farms. There's a sheep sort of farm, that's got a shed on there, and so is the pig pasture. They're not there in farm manager and start from scratch. The animal pens are, all the animal pens are, but yeah, and also where our Max Superliner truck is, that is a horse farm. We do have a sleep trigger there as well, farmhouse, and some decorative buildings and barns. They are there, so some of it is missing, some isn't. It's a bit random, but there you go. Slot counts for the new farmer mode, I forgot to say, if you wanted to sell off all of this equipment, you can get it down to 1233. There's potential to get that down a lot lower as well, because if you own the other areas where the animal pens are, you can sell off the pens and the buildings, etc. Obviously depending on what mode you're in. I didn't show you the painting textures, so some pretty cool ones in here. We've got animal mud, asphalt, concrete. We've got dirt, but it's going to be that reddish dirt, like so. And then, oh, not that one, slightly darker, which is cool. forest ground we know, grass, dry grass, gravel, rock, granite, and then another dirt which is kind of like a wet look to it, like so, which is pretty cool with the sheen and shine on. Let's turn the little mini map on. I think that is it, guys, so we'll get cracking round. So we'll head on into where the main farm is. There's the back of the farmhouse. Just here with our front loader right in the way, we do have the dialogue box for the chickens. That is full, so 120 capacity, but we have 119, don't we, and one rooster. Your eggs are going to appear here, which is pretty cool, and then your feed trough is just there, and obviously they're free range, they're going to run all round to the farm. Your harvester is down here ready to go on this field which we own, which is nice. We do have a big shed here, some equipment inside, etc. Some weights there. There's our silo. It is a base game Farmer 400, so it's 400,000 litre capacity. It's not a multi-fruit, but it will accept your pinto beans, which is nice. There is a train on here as well, which has just gone across there. Forgot to mention that. Farmhouse is just here. We have a wardrobe function there. Sleep trigger on the porch. Some more of our equipment, and then a small shed just here, like so. And if I run up this way, I've got these lovely trees as well. Look, this is our cow pasture. I really like this as well. I like the way they've done this. Got a cool little entrance to it. These gates you can't shut, but we do have a cattle grid here, so they're not going to come out. This will hold 250 cows. We can drive in. They will need water because it is technically a pasture, so water there, feed there. I think round here is going to be your bedding, bit of straw, slurry out point, and then milk just there. And they do have then all of this to go around. Now if you click on this, it will delete everything. It will get rid of this entrance with the cattle grid, the fence as well. It's all connected, so you can clear that if you want and put a field down. If you wanted to go down that route, you can. Right, there is, like I say, a train. It runs across the map like that, west to east. So we have a renter train point there. The sell point is at either end, but obviously it does run this way. There is a train silo here as well, which we'll check out in a second when we get going. Right, I'm going to do all those bits and bobs. I'll see you back down here at the farm and we'll get going round. Okay, so pickups down. We've got a bit of extra money. I did forget to show as well, we do have a bunker silo down the end here. So there's the train track, runs across our farm, and there's our sugar cane, which is pretty cool either side. Nice. We've got two decent sized fields though, as you can see, which is cool. Right, back on the map. So we need to buy plot 50. To do that, we now got the horse pasture and a farmhouse show up. 48, that has got a sheep pasture on there, and then the other one was 49. We've got pigs on there like so. So that's all we need to buy up for things to show up. Let's get going. But yeah, really nice and bright on here. And we're heading over there because that is going to be the sheep farm. There is gates at the end here. You can open and close them. I had to open them because I've just driven in that way. But all the animal pasture farms, they've got the signs outside, which is pretty cool. There goes the train again. So it seems to be quite regular, that train. So as you can see, we've got the sign there for the sheep. So right in front of us, that shed there is the shed that I was talking about. There's exactly the same shed up where the pigs are as well. If you come on here and Farm Manager start from scratch, that isn't there. But not a huge problem because this is quite flat here. It's quite open already, so you can build a little farm here if you want to. Like I say, all the animal pens are there. You will need to buy the land for them to show up though, the triggers like that. So we've got sheep here. This will hold 60 sheep. Feed trough just there. They will need water. Again, they're going to be free roaming, and I'm guessing there's no markers there, but I'm guessing your wall is going to appear there. That barn is just decorative, but it brings it to life. There's also traffic on the map and people wandering around, which is always nice to see. Right, let's head on out this way. And we need to go right. So, running parallel to the train track. And then first of all, just across the bridge, we will go here. This, I'm guessing, is the quarry area that they speak about. So you have got down here stones, and there's lime there, so you will need to buy this plot of land to be able to use this, but you can buy this as a production if you wanted to. It's only 4 grand. We'll buy it and I'll show you. So it's like for like, 1,000 stones in, 1,000 out, pretty good. And that's where you can tip in and take your lime out. I don't know if this, I haven't tested this, I don't know if this lime's just decorative, but the stones you can certainly use, so that's pretty good. Right, let's move on. Just across in there we've got our railroad silo. It's the only one on the map, so we've got our roadside tip-in pipe out there, and then if I run through here on the train tracks, you've got your train access in and out. There is 2 rent-a-train points here. I'm not quite sure why, but there's one there and one there. There's a bit of a shed space there as well, so we can rent the train. Right, across the tracks all the way up, I think we're on our way to the pigs, which is just over there. Like so. Again, another sign, established 1895, so they've been going quite a long time. But again, like I said about the sheep, that shed is not there in Farm Manager Start From Scratch, but here is our piggies. That is connected, this building, to the pig pasture, so if you click on that, it's classed as that. You can't open these gates, but this will hold 30 pigs. Feed trough there, again they will need water. Now you're not going to get slurry or manure from these guys because there's no straw bar when you buy them. There's not showing one there either now. I love the way they've done the pallet fence, that's pretty cool. I like that, nice. Right, head on out. We're going to go up again, north. We kind of then start heading into sort of where the town is. We're going over there first though, in that complex, so I need to turn right here. So just up in here we have a sell point. This is warehouse. It's like a main sell point, and then literally just here we've got a point where we can buy lime from, and then across the road in there, watch the traffic now, we've got a few productions. So we've got the grain mill here on the left, we've got the oil mill next, which is there, then we've got the cereal factory, and at the end we've got the sugar mill, like so. Let's head on out again. I'm going to run across the map now. So there's quite a few things sort of more bunched up together up this top part of the map, because like I say, it's more like the town end. We've got a couple of houses here and there. Just around the back of this building we've got the restaurant sale point just there. We do have the shop, the store here. This is also your reset point, so if you buy, lease or reset anything, it will be here. You've got your shop icon there, workshop trigger inside just there. So when you load into the game in all three modes, your pickup is sat roughly here, as if it's been sort of worked on like so. Right, moving on, we need to go up here. On the left we've got the tailor shop, and then up the back there we've got the grape processing unit. And then heading down we do have a fuel station just here. There is also another workshop trigger around the back of it, nice big shed. Around the back of this white building we've got the fast food restaurant. Can you see what I mean about the birds? Quite loud. And then we've got the supermarket sale point round the back like so. Whoa, that's my fault, apologies. And again, up here we've got a few things going on. So on the right hand side we've got another restaurant sale point. Got farmer's market on the left. On the left there is the bakery, and then up the end we've got the spinnery just here. We are going to spin around. I'll quickly pull over, we'll have a quick recap just to show you where we've been. So we toured around the farm on foot, and then I came out this way, went down to the sheep farm, all the way along, down into the quarry, back out, railroad silo, all the way up, pigs, up there, sale point there, these few productions, all the way along, and we're working our way around here. So there's a couple more, oh no, we've done those, haven't we? We're going to go across here, take all that in, horses, and come down and finish there. So not too long at all. Oh, sorry people, I do apologise. As you can see across the way we do have that forestry area, which is very nicely lined up. As you can see, look at that, straight as a die. Awesome. But there is some big fields on here, even though it doesn't look like it when you're looking at the PDA. When you're actually next to them, pretty impressive. Now in here is the animal dealer. We do have some noises going on. So this should show up all the pastures because we bought all of them. So that's your animal dealer. On the left in there is your dairy, and up the back here we do have the biomass heating plant like so. And then moving back on out, still hear those cows. In here we do have, on the right hand side, I will stop and run out, we have a bell sale point. So this is Mr. Bells or MR Bells, and next to that we have MR Cotton or Mr. Cotton. This is basically another spinnery, so you can use this as a production. So you can buy it there for 60 grand. Your pallets of fabric will appear there, and you can put in cotton and wool just like the spinnery. So 2 spinneries on the map, as well as 2 restaurants. Awesome. Right, next door is the sawmill, which is actually Timber Mr. Woods, I think, or MR Woods. Sell your wood just here, buy the production there, pallets over in that corner, and then wood chip out just here like so. off we go again. We're going to overtake this person because we're quicker. We're going to turn right. And then we're heading in there. Looks a bit like Elm Creek a little bit, doesn't it? But we've got the horse farm now, again with the nice sign out the front. Recanto Feliz, something like that. Again, sort of decorative sheds. If you played Elm Creek, you'll recognise these. So we can drive in some of them and use them, etc. There is our truck and 2 trailers. We'll jump out. We do have the farmhouse with the Brazilian flag outside. Another sleep trigger on there. There isn't any wardrobe function. I couldn't see one. And then over here we've got the horse pasture. This will hold 10 horses. Water they will require. Feed and straw just there. Awesome. Right, let's head on out. And then we're going to go all the way down that way, and I think we've just got one place left to visit. Whoa, I'll look at my notes then. Cross a cool little bridge. And then we kind of are, if we were to turn left in a minute, just here, you would end up going back towards our farm. In fact, you can just about see it over there. You can see our harvester. So that is where you would go back. Right, I will stop here, turn the engine off. Now, because obviously we've got carpentry here, which is going to produce furniture, we do have a ramp so we can load up the train, which is pretty cool. So that's nice, that's been done. More of those trees around, not so many in here, but there's enough to produce things. Sell your wood just here, you can buy that as a production. We've got a little bit of shed space like so, and then we've got another renter train point like that there. That is it, guys. I think we've done all of it. That is the map. Agroland. Sounds a bit like a theme park, doesn't it? By Agrocaipira or Pyra. Hope you have all enjoyed the tour, guys. If you have, please hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That'd be awesome. And don't forget to smash that bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.